Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? CRS here. In this video, I have brought to you a concept that is quite recurrent in different competitive exams. It is the displacement in the nth second. Now let us try and understand what is displacement in nth second with this example. So here we have a ball that is moving as and when the time passes, the distance traveled by the ball, rather the displacement of the ball, goes on increasing. With a constant acceleration, the ball moves, hence it covers more and more distances in the same amount of time. Every second, it travels farther and farther, and in every second, the duration of every second, as and when the time passes by, the displacement becomes higher and higher and higher. So you can say that S1 is the same ball that's moving like that, and time t is equal to 0. At time t equal to 0, the ball starts from here. At t equal to 1, it has traveled distance S1. And at time t equal to 2, it has traveled to this place. Starting from t equal to 0, it's traveled a displacement S2. And if you go on counting like this, at t equal to n minus 1 second, which is the penultimate second during its journey, it has traveled a distance equal to Sn minus 1. And by the time we are done making all the observations, time t has elapsed. So it has traveled a distance equal to Sn. Now, nth second is the distance it travels between n minus 1 second and n second. So which it simply means that if you talk about what is the displacement in the first second, displacement in the first second would be the displacement of the ball starting from t equal to 0 to t equal to 1. So that is what S first second means. That's the displacement in the first second of its motion. What is S2? S second. It's the displacement of the body during the second of its motion, starting from t equal to 1 to t equal to 2. It's S second. And similarly, S nth second is the distance it travels between t equal to n minus 1 seconds and t equal to n seconds. So this is exactly what distance traveled in the nth second basically means. Now we shall be deriving an expression for displacement of the body during n seconds. Again, in this video, I'd like to say that I would be using distance and displacement quite interchangeably, because in all the problems that I am talking to you about, the distance is the same as displacement, as the body is traveling in the same straight line without changing its direction. So let's begin with the derivation. Well, dear friends, let's say that we are talking about this scenario wherein the distance traveled in n seconds can be written as u plus ut. Instead of writing ut, you can write un plus half an square, because the total distance that it travels is Sn. N is the number of seconds for which it has traveled, which is this much. That's what is Sn. And if you just ask me, sir, what is Sn minus 1? You would simply write that as u into n minus 1 plus half into a into n minus 1 the whole square. Now, do you see that this is Sn and this is n plus this is n minus 1. So distance Sn becomes Sn minus Sn minus 1. So you subtract this full distance from this much, you will end up getting this much, which is Sn second. When that is the situation, my dear friends, you can say that the distance traveled in the nth second would simply be equal to distance traveled in n seconds minus the distance traveled in n minus 1 seconds. So we can elaborate this with the equations we know, and let's start doing that. Let's start doing just that. look at this. Distance traveled in the nth second of its motion can now be written as Sn is u n plus half a n square minus Sn minus 1 would become un u into n minus 1 plus half into a into n minus 1 the whole square. Let us expand this. Sn second would become equal to un plus half an square. Let this minus sign stay. Let me expand this. You will have un minus u plus half into a multiplied by, this is like a minus b the whole square. So we have n square minus 2n plus 1 is all that you will have inside once you expand that. Now you just multiply half a with this guy. So what you have is Snth would become equal to Snth would become equal to un plus half an square minus un minus u plus half an square minus an, because 1 by 2 and 2 they get cancelled, plus a by 2 is all that you will have. It's time you remove this bracket. If you remove this bracket, my dear friends, then all you will have is Snth would become equal to un plus half an square minus un plus u minus half an square plus an minus a by 2. Now let's see what all gets cancelled. We have un and minus un getting cancelled, half an square and half an square getting cancelled. When that is the situation, you can just write what are the things that are remaining. Snth would become equal to u there plus, there is an a and an a by 2, you can pull out a as a common factor. All you will have inside would be n minus 1 by 2. You can certainly elaborate, write this like this, or you can just remember this formula. Yes, of course, there is another way of presenting it, which is actually quite more of a standard form. Let us write it. You take the LCM, the 2 will be in the denominator, you can write it there, and then you will have 2n minus 1. This formula, my dear friends, is the formula that we usually use everywhere in order to solve problems in which the question says that you have to calculate the distance or the displacement, let's say, in the nth second of its journey. And such questions have been really recurrent in different competitive exams. So when that is the situation, we will, with this knowledge, try to solve a couple of questions that had occurred in various places, and also one question that we thought we will practice. The initial velocity of a body moving along a straight line is 7 meter per second. So the question very nicely supplies that u, my dear friends, is 7 meter per second. It has uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. So the acceleration is uniform, and that is 4 meter per second square. The distance covered by the body in the 5th second of its motion is, what is S fifth, is the question to us. I think it's quite simple. S fifth, my friends, is equal to u plus a divided by 2 into 2n minus 1. In this case, because we are talking about the 5th second, n becomes equal to 5. When n becomes equal to 5, you have u, which is equal to 4 plus a, that is 4. 4 by, the u, my friends, is 7 plus a is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2 into 2 multiplied by 5th second it is. So 5 minus 1. So what do you have? 7 plus 9 into 2 is 18. 18 plus 7, my friends, is 25 meter. 25 meter is option A. That's how you get to the answer. If you know this, this question becomes absolutely simple. So this is for you to learn and master that particular formula. Let's go to the next question. A body starts from rest, so it's quite clear that the initial velocity is 0 meter per second. What is the ratio of distance traveled by the body during 4th second and 3rd second? If you just look at what is the formula for nth second, it is u plus a by 2, but u is anyway 0, so I won't bother to write it. It is just a by 2 into 2n minus 1. In the first case, n, dear friends, is 4. That's what the question says. Now, n in the nth second, I would simply write a by 2 as it is. And if you substitute n equal to 4, then in this case, of course, we are talking about the 4th second. So I'll write s 4th equal to a by 2 into 2 into 4 is 8 minus 1. S 4th second would become equal to a by 2 multiplied by 7. So that's the s for 4th second. Let's also talk about what is the s for 3rd second. That's what the question asks us to do. That would be equal to a by 2 once again, because anyway u is 0, into 2 multiplied by 3 minus 1. So that's going to be s third would be a by 2 multiplied by 2. 3 is 6 minus 1, that's 5. We need to find the ratio. The question says find the ratio. If it's the ratio that you're talking about, s 4th divided by s 3rd would simply be equal to 7a by 2 divided by 5a by 2. A by 2 and a by 2 would get cancelled. All you will have is 7 by 5, and 7 by 5 turns out to be option A. Now that's how you calculate that answer so quickly. So if you can learn this formula, you don't have to by heart it. If you derive it once, this will sit in your head. So derivations are important. But once you're done with that, if you keep using this formula, it will never get erased out of your memory. So having said that, let us look at this last question, which is similar to the previous question. It was asked in IIT JEE Screening 2004. A small block slides without friction down an inclined plane, which simply means that it is having uniform acceleration. If it's having uniform acceleration, we can use our equations of kinematics, using which the Sn formula has been derived. So you can use that formula. Starting from rest, the question says, which means u is 0 once again. It's very similar to the previous problem. Let Sn be the distance traveled from t equal to n minus 1 to n. Now that's the definition of Snth second, but the question calls Snth Sn here. So do not get confused between Sn and Snth. Now Sn, dear friends, is n minus 1 to n. So according to this question, if I were to write Sn, which means Snth, the formula is u, which is 0, then I shall write 2 by a by 2 into 2n minus 1, because it's the distance traveled in the nth second. I've written n there. And then we need to find Sn divided by Sn plus 1. So let's do Sn plus 1. All that you need to do is, in place of this n, just put an n plus 1. So when you do that, you have a divided by 2 into 2n plus 2 minus 1, my dear friends, which means s of n plus 1 would become equal to a divided by 2 multiplied by 2n plus 1. You just have to find the ratio. The ratio would be Sn divided by Sn plus 1 would simply become equal to, of course, a by 2 is there in Sn as well as Sn plus 1. When I divide them, they will get cancelled. All you will remain with is 2n minus 1 divided by 2n plus 1. And that, my dear friends, is option C. So that's how you solve questions based on displacement or distance in nth second. But truly speaking, this is going to be displacement. You can precisely say that it is displacement. If the body does not change its direction, it also becomes distance. So that's something that you need to remember. So having shared this concept and a couple of examples on that, I would like you to practice these and solve many more questions based on the same topic, so that you master it, and next time you encounter a problem, you will be able to slaughter the problem, I would say, and get the answer as quickly as possible. Best wishes on that. Keep practicing. But I've always told you, The day you stop growing is the day you start decaying. All the best. I'll be back with another video.